attention to the paper doll. Make sure you guys are shooting the correct legs. Be careful of the collisions. I don't want to hear complaints about it. Work around it. Let's play this game.
I need another heavy. I've got TB and a quick draw.
I want to get fairly tight to it. Now, anybody who's going to be working range, I'm going to need you to fade right on this. And then anybody's running short is going to stay towards the top of the caldera if we're going to come at them.
I have you in the Griff. Griffin.
Sounds good.
Well, that's the thing. We got to get to brawling range, so I may be moving us, right up to the hoop if we have to.
Wolverine nach Charlie 4.
It's fine, chill the f*** out, man, it's fine, it's just a 5-starter.
Komm, Leute, redet miteinander.
15 seconds.
Yeah, exactly, that's
Don't
fine,
die.
guys,
15 seconds, don't die.
guys. 3, 2, 1.
Charlie Dar, CT, yellow. Okay, go get Charlie, see if we can get it.
There, to your left, is there. Sorry, shit. So, jetzt gleich hinter die Indie-Pockens,
Mediums, be prepared to pull back E40 towards the E5 border.
On my mark. Left side, come on! Like now, I need strikes on OP barrels. Why are our strikes up?
Die Hauptgruppe rechts, Uferlinie.
They have 3 mechs sitting on the left side when you pass over. Overheating is bad. Both legs on the Griffin. Hit the Griffin.
Sorry about that. That was such a
That's right. I'm gonna spawn Lance, you guys in Charlie, Lance, you guys in Bravo. That's B2C1.
This third drop is 2 lights, 2 mediums, 2 heavies, 2 assaults.
Jetzt in die Breite, zieht euch in die Breite.
Lights, watch our backs. We're gonna about base and take up position in Bravo 6.
Ja, kurz Ausschaltung Delta 4, 3 Stück, 2 Mediums einleiten, wie ich es richtig gesehen habe.
Make a firing line. C4 Tactical Hill, boys. Fox. Laufen unter ECM, hab 2 durchlaufen, 10 Bravo 4. And get ready to hit people coming from our right.
Charlie on the left, Charlie, Hellbringer on the left.
Okay, let's group up towards the left. We're gonna press through Bravo 3 to Bravo 4. I think they're kind of spread out.
Check yourselves. Make sure you've got, UAV cool shot.
Here they come, they're pushing hard, guys.
Decro. Tez on.
Go.
Oh, got a contact here, Bravo 3.
Nice, Marshall. I'm on Delta Griffin.
Well, you cross it then. Get in their face. They got a highlighter, they just push up on Theta. We need help on Theta. Up on Theta.
Yep, that's the noise. Go. Let's finish this.
Full pressure, guys. Full pressure. They're down low. They're down low in Charlie 3.
Get the f***ing arm, Jackson!
Jackson, cool shot.
Golf.
I got him.
Go, P3, go.
Echo, go. Get over their medium, guys. Get Echo Stormcrow.
God, I suck as a pilot, but thank I packed my skill. I'm sorry that you died, sweet girls, but we will send a reasonably nice letter to your family.
Hello and welcome to Season 7, Week 7 of MRBC. We are talking North American Division E2. This is Poopenshire, and I'm here with Paradox from Antares Scorpions. We have for you a really fast match coming up because the teams are actually already ready. We've got the IDC, the Praetorian Legion, versus the 1st Hussar Remnants. Paradox, can you take us through the maps real quick as we get ready to drop?
Of course, no problem. We are going to drop on Canyon Network first. It's drop 1 for lights, for mediums, no streaks, no strikes. But we are at the end of the season, so you all know it. We are looking at NA Division E2 here, so we are looking at teams that most of us don't know too well, but they are the heart and the core of MechWarrior Online. Who is Team 1?
Team 1 is Praetorian Legion, Team 2 is First Hussar Regiments, and we're already dropping,
Okay.
so...
We are dropping. So, short and simple, Team 1 is probably going to spawn Alpha Bravo, and they will be heading over here, maybe setting up here and pushing over Theta. Team 2 is very likely setting up maybe, it doesn't really matter, they could spawn Alpha Bravo and go in here and try to get a fight, maybe set up here a firing line in the back a bit, wait for Team 1 to push on them, receive the push and then crash into them. Another way to do it would be spawn Bravo Charlie and try to get in here. We'll see what is going to happen, and I would say we are just jumping into the drop right now.
And just a quick reminder, the map that just showed up is the map that we're currently dropping on. The teams are getting ready.
What do we have here?
And for Team 1, we have a Wolverine 7K, a Jenner 2C, a Griffin 2N, Arctic Cheetah Prime, Jenner 2C, Firestarter 9S, a Shadowcat, and a Shadowhawk 2D2. And Team 2, we have an Arctic Cheetah, a Blackjack 3, a Firestarter H, a Griffin 2N, and an Enforcer 2N, and Griffin 2N, an Enforcer 5D, a Wolverine Q, a Jenner 2C, and another Jenner 2C. Mr. Paradox, would you tell me what you're seeing so far?
I'm kind of surprised that we are seeing Wolverines again. I was not, so far this season I haven't seen any.
That's a Wolverine Quarantine on one side, and I believe with the other side, the 7K, that's a brawler mech, not a poker.
It is, definitely. I mean, if you look at both lineups, they are kind of brawly on both sides. You have, especially the lights are always very brawly.
So here comes the Praetorian Legion. They're the first team to be actively pushing. They've pushed all the way around Theta, and they are coming over to the train tracks. And it looks like, yep, the first Hussar Regiment is set up to receive. Let's see, this is going to get into a brawl fast. Yep, this is turning into a brawl real fast.
It should be.
And we've got kind of a little bit of a poking action here, but everything's kind of stopped. Everybody's sitting there. There goes UAVs.
That's awesome.
What's on that Wolverine 7K?
I need to have a look. Wolverine 7K.
I've got 2 medium lasers, 3 SRM-6 plus Artemis on the 7K.
I see it.
A little bit of poking back and forth. These teams are, for the Praetorian Legion, being very aggressive. There we go. The lights are getting into it. The Praetorian Legion is pushing hard into the first Hussar Regiment. They are getting into them.
Now we are in the middle of the bright. Shadowhawk 2D2 is sitting up high, dropping down now into the brawl as well. It looks like a bar fight, if you ask me.
This is a free for all. This is a knuckle buster here. These guys have gone right into each other. Now the IDC and the Praetorian Legion were the first ones to be aggressive, actually searching out for the enemy. Where we've got the first Hussar Regiment. I'm not sure why they did it, but they did it. They stuck down here in this small little region.
Amazing. Look at that. So far, only one mech went down.
But a lot of damage being shared here, guys. People are tanking.
It's kind of two mechs that. Oh, was somebody overheated and killed himself? Another one as well.
So the Praetorian Legion is currently up 4 mechs to 0 over the first Hussar Remnant.
And you need to know the first Hussar Regiment, I have a lot of respect for them because they haven't won a single drop in the whole season so far. But they still keep going, they still keep fighting, and that's pretty impressive.
So far, the Praetorian Legion leads 5-1.
Yeah, and this Jenner's going down as well for 6-2.
It looks like definitely some significant changes in the amount of focus fire that occurred between the two teams. And there we go. We have 8-2 victory for the Praetorian Legion. And I'm sorry we started so quickly, but the teams were ready to drop. They dropped early. We'll get you some map tactics here between drops as we get ready.
I'm not even sure what happened here, to be honest. I've never seen a fight going on
Damage is up.
Network in this area. It's totally crazy. Yeah, what happened? Team 2, the first Hussars, set up somewhere here around Alpha, and they were just sitting there waiting for Praetorian Legion to show up, and what they did, they moved around here, did some kind of poking, and then we just had a crazy big brawl in Delta 2, and in my opinion, it took like forever until the first mech went down. What did you feel like was this kind of fight?
That's
I'm
pretty
not
much
really
it.
sure.
It was just
It's-
basically a nasty brawl, and what happened was the Praetorian Legion pushed. They pushed hard. They pushed into them, and they had a little bit better focus fire. So you can see that they were focusing. That first mech to go down was the Wolverine for the first Hussar regiment. And then after
Yeah,
that, it was there was a numbers advantage, and they kept focusing down one mech after time.
And
You saw
can you
two
imagine the first Hussars? 2 of them overheated and died from overheating. That's crazy action here. Wow. Still can't believe it. But I would say let's go straight to the second map. That might be awesome.
second map. All right, what's our second mech? Viridian Bog.
Viridian Bog. It's gonna be a skirmish again. Viridian Bog is not really a good map.
Map is
good
up.
map for long range poking or stuff like that. So you shouldn't expect anything like that. Then still no strikes allowed. We have 2 lights for mediums to heavy, so it gets a bit more heavy, but still very, very mobile. If you're looking at the map, I mean, I don't even dare to predict anything after what we just saw. Do you have any idea what they are going to do, Pukenshire? Because,
I'm expecting a brawl in the middle.
yeah?
I'm
not
expecting a
even
brawl in the middle.
sure.
These teams are almost ready already. The Praetorian Legion has already signaled that they're ready to go.
But, I mean, you saw what happened. That was kind of insane. The
So
first
I'm
Hussar
expecting both
regiment-
teams head to Charlie 4. Once they get to Charlie 4, I'm expecting a melee. First team that gets up top will probably have a slight advantage, but I'm not sure how much they'll press that because each
But
team's going to
look
get
at-
into each other quickly.
Look at how passive the first Hussars played in drop 1. They were just
Very correct.
sitting
And we're
in the
going into
back
drop
row.
2.
Oh, that goes fast. These guys are really, really getting it on.
They're determined to
Crazy
fight fast
stuff.
and fight hard.
Totally.
This will be the fastest cast we ever have.
Probably.
We started 5 minutes early, and we're going to end probably an hour early. Here we are on the drop. We're waiting for the players to get into their mechs and launch.
So, I'm looking at the first Hussar regiment. I really want to know what they are going to do.
And for the Praetorian Legion, we have a Shadow Cat B, a Wolverine 7K, a Timberwolf C, a Griffin 2N, a second Timberwolf C, a Firestarter S, a Shadowhawk 2D, and an Arctic Cheetah Prime. And for the first
And
Hussar regiment, we have a Black Knight
we have
6, a Quick Draw 4G, Panther 9R, Stormcrow D, a Wolverine 7K, a Crab 27SL, my favorite, an Arctic Cheetah A, and a Stormcrow C. Brawly, brawly,
They
brawly.
They even bring streaks this time. The
Which mech's got
Stormcrow
the
C-
streaks? What are you seeing?
The Stormcrow C has streak SM6, 3 streak SM6, 2 SM6 Artemis.
And the
What else do
Praetorian
we have?
Legion is already taking the center. They've already moved up to
Yeah,
Charlie
and-
4.
As you can see, the first Hussar regiment, they're setting up more in the back again, heading towards Bravo 5. They stay on the outside of the map. That's more like a puck drop move, isn't it?
Yes, it is. The only thing I'm worried about is if they're setting up to receive a push. That Stormcrow C with those streaks is a very slow recharge. I'd almost want a Splat Crow with SRMs instead of streaks for the
they
fast
even brought a
recharge.
Panther with large pulse and medium pulse lasers in an
Very
in a
interesting.
SM4.
What's
And-
in that
and
quick
look-
draw? What do you see in the quick draw?
Let me have a look. The quick draw 4G, 3 large pulse.
Very interesting.
So overall, they have a couple of large pulse lasers, and was that the tech laser?
Looks like both teams are holding off right now. They're a little bit at a distance. They're doing some trades, but no one's pushing yet.
Who used
Praetorian
the tech
Legion
laser?
took the initial push here to get up on top of Charlie 4, but they've kind of held Charlie 4, and that's it. In the meantime, we've got the first Hussar remnant. They're kind of sitting back there behind that little hill there. They're kind of trapped in
Yeah.
a location where they don't have many poking spots, and if they do, they're probably going to get hit pretty quickly.
They're just sitting back there in Bravo 5. I mean, it's basically the same move we saw on Canyon Network. I'm not sure if it's super efficient. I have
I
no
mean, the
doubts, to be
idea is
honest.
sound if you've got the right location and the right mechs. I just don't know here. It's with seeing that the mechs, this might actually have been a good idea. I'm just not so sure about the location.
Yeah, and even if you want to stay a bit more rangy, you probably should spread out more.
And we've
I
got
mean,
2 mechs from the Praetorian Legion are circling out around the second post, the second high point, to see if they're just scouting or if they're maybe trying to do a little skirmishing on the side.
did Praetorian Legion already figure out where they are?
I know they've taken shots at them, so they know they're there. I don't know if they know how many.
Yeah, Praetorian Legion is sitting on Delta 4 up high with the majority of their force.
And their 2 lights are just behind it doing a little scouting. They're being
Yeah.
patient. They're being calm. Here they go. They're starting to move now. I think they've determined that the first Hussars aren't going to move. But they're moving without their lights currently, so let's hope they don't move too far too fast without those lights.
Yeah, but on the other hand, if you look at the loadouts, it's all SRM6, Artemis, medium lasers, small pulse lasers, stuff like that. The Praetorian Legion is set up for brawl. They know where the enemy is. I think they're not too worried about it.
And with 2 Timberwolf C's, I'm sure they're set for splat.
They're almost there. They are going to crush into them.
They've got them cornered.
Yeah, totally. It's gonna be nasty.
Take a look.
Oh
The
my
2 lights
God.
still are not
And
engaging for the Praetorian Legion. They are going around to flank from the
They're
back.
going around and getting into the bags, yes. They have Praetorian Legion has a UAV up. They are going to kill them.
Now both
and
teams
now
have
the-
a UAV up, I think, or at least at one point had
Yeah.
one up.
And now we have a NASCAR situation. And Praetorian Legion is getting it on. They are stepping in right now.
There we go. They stepped in just as soon as the lights got there. Very good decision to wait for the lights. First
There we
Hunter
go.
Regiment is caught, Remnant is caught in that little corner there. They've got nowhere to back up to. They're getting pushed.
Yeah, what? And they
Stormcrow
are
goes
more
down.
medium ranged with all the large pulse. 1 kill. Alpha Black Knight is going down any second. He's getting focused hard right now, and there he goes. Fox Wolverine, you just jump into a cockpit. Then we have the. I'm in the Timberwolf C right now of Dark Spartan, and he just killed the Bravo guy. Delta Stormcrow is next to him. He's going to leg him. The left leg is already open. Both legs CT. They're spreading damage so hard, it's kind of insane.
Very good
5-1.
focus fire by the Praetorian Legion, and it looks like the difficult thing here for the first Hussars is that when they got into that corner, yes, they could focus, but their mechs didn't have visuals on all the mechs coming around.
I have a bit of lag right now.
A little bit of lag going on, but not too much from my
A lot
end.
of lag.
And we're down to 1
Yeah,
mech.
Probably me, I have an insane ping right now. What I really don't understand, the Panther is still alive. He was Chariot City. Okay, now he's down. 8-1. That was very clear again. I start to understand why first Hussars haven't won a single drop yet. The tactic just sitting somewhere in a corner and being crushed by somebody doesn't seem to work out for them.
Damage
so
screen
far.
is up.
And look at the damage. Dark Spartan, I was sitting in his timber. 2 kills, 6 assists, 652 damage. And I mean, a lot of these guys have quite a lot of damage. What surprises me is that even the first Hussars have quite some damage, at least on a couple of mechs, and they were able to get only 1 kill. But if you were looking at the paper doll models, both teams were spreading damage all over components like crazy. I saw a couple of mechs that had literally no armor left, but were still running around. That should never ever happen.
Okay, so for those of you watching, we're doing fast drops, so try to keep up with us. We've got 2 matches to 0 in favor of the IDC, the Praetorian Legion, up 600,000 Seabells to 75,000 Seabells over the first Hussar remnants. Next map, Tourmaline. Let me get the map up, and we can see what's going on.
Yeah,
This is Conquest. All right, map is
yeah,
up.
As we are going to Conquest mode now, I hope we see a bit more of life out from First Hussar Regiment.
Now, there's a lot more
line.
wide open spaces here, so if they're going to form a firing line and try to receive a
That-
push, this is one of the maps to do it.
Definitely, on a map like this, it works much better. But what we have to keep in mind, well, actually, the good thing for the first Hussars right now is they are Team 2 and on terminal line, Team 2 has kind of an advantage. You can easily set up a firing line here in the Echo 4 area if you spawn Alpha and Bravo. And you need to know drop 3 is kind of a heavy drop. It's a Victor drop. You have 1 Victor, 3 mediums, and 4 heavies. So no lights in this drop, but you still need to get a couple of caps. So what can you actually do? From the Team 2 side, you can of course get Sigma. You can send somebody around maybe to grab Epsi, and if they are able to form up a firing line on Echo 4 and get Overwatch towards Delta 5 to Echo 6, they might be able to send somebody in to Theta in cover to get control of 3 caps. On the other side, the Praetorian Legion Team 1, we saw a fairly aggressive strategy. I expect them to spawn Alpha Bravo, and from what I've seen, I'm just guessing here, of course, but I wouldn't be surprised if Bravo catches up with Alpha and then they are just going to push together. And from what we've seen so far, that strategy can actually work out for them. Or they go long range as well, and then they might try to form up a firing line up here, what we call stage. But it's slightly disadvantageous.
Okay, we've got the Praetorian Legion
Hussars.
is set. They're in Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie Lances. First Hussar Regiment is getting set now. They're getting set in Alpha and Bravo Lances. Change your tactics anymore. Remember, Team 1 is the Praetorian Legion. Team 2 is the First Hussar Remnants.
Yeah, they have just 2 mechs in Charlie. I think they are supposed to grab Kappa, maybe even swing around behind Sigma and getting into their backs again. That can still work out. I would expect the Praetorian Legion to be way more aggressive than the First Hussar Regiment.
Okay, both teams are green. We're getting ready to drop.
Don't even dare to make any more predictions here.
I know, these teams are dropping extremely fast, and I kind of put that in the chat so everyone knows. Not only did we start 5 minutes early, we're taking on average less than 5 minutes between drops. So these teams want to drop, they want to drop fast, and they want to drop hard. So stick with us and keep with us, guys. Here we go, we're dropping. And we are set. I want to remind everybody that we are seeing the Praetorian Legion, Team 1 in blue, and we are seeing the First Hussar Remnants in red, Team 2. Sorry, Team 1, Praetorian Legion, Team 2, First Hussars. And for the Praetorian Legion, we have 2 Cicada 3Ms, Shadowcat Prime, an Ebon Jaguar Prime, a Timberwolf C, Hellbringer Prime, a Victor Dragon Slayer, Timberwolf C. And on the other side, we have a Jaeger Mech Double D, I bet you it's Daka, Wolverine 7K, an Enforcer 4P, a Thunderbolt 5S, a Timberwolf S, a Centurion A, a Victor 9S, and a Hellbringer Alpha. And we've got movement by the Praetorian Legion. They've got, looks like they're trying to take Overwatch on Theta already.
Yeah, and
First Hussar regiments are looking for like they're going to the Stargate. We got
like
one mech taking Sigma, and we've got the Praetorian sending 2 mechs to Gamma.
Seems like they want to push in right away. And the Praetorian Legion seems to be, they have kind of a fast egg, especially with the cicadas.
They've got a Shadowcat, Timberwolf, and Ebon Jagger on Overwatch currently, while 3 mechs are taking Theta. In the meantime, First Hussars seem to be staying below the Stargate. In fact, I'd almost want to think they're heading to Kappa, maybe to flank around Theta.
Looks a bit like they want to flank around Theta and get into the backs of the Praetorian Legion. I'm not sure that this is going to work out. And
Has the Praetorian Legion seen them yet, do you think? I'm not sure they've got eyes on them.
I'm not sure either. But, I mean, they are sitting up high on stage, kind of a comfortable position so far. Their two cicadas are capping Gamma right now. And,
I mean, they're in what
medium,
we like to call Death Valley. If they continue to the right, that's definitely known as Death Valley, that area there. So it's a wonder if they're trying to, are they trying to hold Death Valley?
I don't know.
Right now,
And
the Praetorian Legion definitely has a cap advantage. They've taken Gamma, they've taken Theta. They have a basically isolated Epsilon that nobody can get to Epsilon from where they're at.
And the Wolverine is... Look at that. Praetorian Legion has set up a kind of a nice firing line up there on the stage. And I don't even know what the plan of the 1st Hussar Regiment is. They're basically doing the same like they did in the
They've
other
taken
drops.
one cap, and they don't seem to be at
And
least aggressively getting a second cap, except for there's a mech
yeah,
now headed to
now they
Kappa.
are sitting in one position again, waiting on the enemy.
And here comes the Praetorian Legion. I think they know where they are. They're starting to push their advantage of moving in.
Yeah, they saw this Wolverine. They traded with him a bit. And I guess from where he went, they assumed that they must be back there. UAV is down as well.
Praetorian Legion is starting to push on Death Valley, but we've got the first
again.
Hussars are moving to the right-hand side of Death Valley. Now they're kind of staying in the valley. They're not pushing up to get a firing line again.
Not at all. But Praetorian Legion knows where they are going, and they adjust their movement to push straight into them. And you can see the 1st Hussar Regiment balling up again.
And it looks like Aaron Walker in the Victor 9S is trying to get up that hill to get some kind of advantage, but you can't get up there with those jump jets.
Yeah, and it's clearly a brawl belt, isn't it? He's running 3 SM6 and AC-20 and 2 medium lasers. Hellbringer small pulse, Ultra AC-10. Jäger mech. Got in the back already with full AC-10s. A lot of
and here the
machine guns.
Praetorian Legion has a nice little miniature firing line going on, but that Jaeger mech should not be poking.
Not at all, especially not alone. AC-20, medium lasers.
And here we go. We've got a push by the 1st Hussar Regiment going into that firing line.
I mean,
and the Thunderbolt goes
deck.
down for the 1st Hussar, and the Jaeger mech double D is down for the 1st Hussar.
Yeah, they're not really putting together. They're pushing in one by one, and this is not going to work out well for them. But they got the Eben Jaeger Prime down at least. Now they are going for the Bravo Timberwolf of Mordale. He's caught already, and there he goes down. We are looking at a 2-2 now. Oh.
And remember, 2 mechs for the Praetorian Legion are still capping. They're over on Sigma.
Shot his body into his back. He keeps moving up to the Delta Dragon Slayer. But he's caught now. He's going down any second. I'm not even sure what they are doing here. 2-2. Insane.
Remember, those 2 cicadas for the Praetorian Legion are out doing nothing but capping right now. They've got a 4-to-1 cap advantage.
Yeah.
And the Dragon Slayer goes down. There's a potential bonus for the 1st Hussars.
Yeah, the Praetorian Legion has 4 mechs down. The 1st Hussar Raiders just 3 so far. No, it's 4-4. 5 down of Praetorian Legion. Just the Shadowcat Prime is still up, and the 2 cicadas.
And the 1st Hussar has a Wolverine, an Enforcer, their Victor, and a Hellbringer are the mechs they have left. Now, the 3 mechs that are running are the fast mediums for the Praetorian Legion. Now, it looks like they may get caught here by that Enforcer, but they got to get moving and get those mechs out of there if they want to win by caps. And it looks like they're medium lasers, so they may actually try to brawl it out here with these mechs that are damaged. They are in pretty good health, but then again, so is that Enforcer 4P. Is at 88%. The Wolverine 7K is at 92%, and the Victor's at 95%.
They need to get that...
They should get that Hellbringer down first at 61%.
And here Aaron in the Victor is going for the cicada. But it's still alive.
Yep, in the meantime, we are at almost 500 caps to 121.
And it's 3 caps to 1 right now. The 1st Hussars really need to do some serious capping to have the slightest chance to win this match. But at least they got a couple of kills.
Yes, they definitely have a nice kill score here. And if they can keep their Dragon Slayer alive, they will get the Dragon Slayer bonus.
And
And it looks like the first Hussars are closing on that Shadow Cat, Dark Spartan. They're trying to at least get him down. He's at 84%. In the meantime, those two cicadas are out running, and they're just playing the cap game right now. First Hussars have turned Kappa over, and they are now down 3 caps to 2. Praetorian Legion is currently sitting at 600 and some odd cap points to 173 for the first Hussars.
yeah, that still looks like a cap victory.
Definitely.
I mean, PL
And the
still
Dragon
has
Slayer just
3
landed
max.
down in the valley. He's not going to be able to
Yeah.
get back up easily to get to that cicada.
Yeah.
I'm going to come over here next and see these two cicadas over here at
And
Kappa.
PL is capping Kappa already again, yeah.
And Dark Spartan, I think, yep, he saw the Enforcer. He's trying to see what's going on here. Taking some pot shots at him. We've got 3 caps taken to the Praetorian Legion to 2 for the first Hussars. But the first Hussars currently have 4 mechs to the 3 for the Praetorian Legion, although Praetorian Legion has the faster mechs on the field right now. And we've got that Enforcers isolated. Those 3 mechs should be able to take that mech out pretty quickly if they focus on them. And he's down. We are 3 mechs to 3. And the caps are about to run out. It looks like the Praetorian Legion has taken this one on caps. But
Yeah,
it looks
it's
like
over.
right now, yep, they've taken on caps, but they don't get the bonus. The bonus goes to the first Hussar Regiment for killing the Praetorian Legion's Victor, and they're staying alive.
I suppose the first Hussar Regiment is quite happy with it. They got a couple of C-builds, they didn't get crushed, they actually got a couple of kills. Even if they lost by caps, it went quite well, quite nicely for them, considering how the season went for them. You really need to respect these guys. I mean, look at that. They haven't won a single drop the whole season, and they are still doing their stuff, and they are fighting hard for every kind of kill they can get. I mean, to everybody out there, if you have never played comp before, don't worry about it. Just get your team together for MRBC Season 8, sign in, and you can play. It doesn't matter if you win or don't win. It's gonna be fun anyways.
Okay, I'm going to give you a quick update. We are 3 matches to 0 in favor of the Praetorian Legion, 900,000 C-bills to 250,000 C-bills for the first Hussar Regiment. Next map is Frozen City Night. This is Conquest, and this is the first map to have strikes. And the map is up.
I see it. Yeah. What should I say? It's gonna be a brawl. I just don't have any idea where first Hussar Regiment might try to hide again. Or if they actually go for a brawl strategy. I mean, that was kind of surprising. Maybe they put some real thought into it. I mean, in drop 1 and 2, you usually expect teams to brawl, and they brought kind of a mid-range deck to both drops. And now in drop 3 on Tourmaline, where some more range might make sense, they actually brought a brawl deck. Very, very counterintuitive. Frozen City is clearly a brawl map, so maybe first Hussars are going for some kind of range deck again. If they do that, they're team 2. What would I expect them to do? I don't know. I mean, they need to cap anyways. Still, they have 2 lights. Maybe they send them around somewhere back here, while they are setting up a firing line or something like that, receiving a Charlie 3 push from PL, which might go like this. Right into the firing line and crushing them with a brawl deck. Just a prediction. I have no idea, to be honest. I have really no idea what these teams are doing, but I like it. It's
Nope,
kind of
nope,
dirty,
definitely.
but it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
So once again, I want to remind everybody, we are seeing really fast drops here, so that this is what we're going. And right now, it looks like the Praetorian Legion is setting up on all 3 drop positions once again. We are looking at Alpha and Bravo for the first Hussars. So let me wipe the map. I'm expecting Praetorian Legion to keep doing what they're doing, which is aggressive push. I'm expecting them to come through Charlie 3. Now, if
Yeah.
Alpha Bravo is set up for the for the first Hussars, and the way they're acting now, they're probably going to get into the buildings here and set up a firing line. Get watch on Charlie 3, Charlie 4. But that's just what they seem to be doing the whole time here. But the other thing we could definitely see is the Praetorian Legion has done it before. They could probably push 1 or 2 mechs tunnel just to confuse the heck out of everybody. A couple mechs head up to Charlie 3, maybe do a false poke. A couple more mechs come out the tunnel and try to back end on the first Hussar regiment. It's possible. Something we could
I
see,
don't
or
know,
the first
maybe
Hussars could set up in Charlie 4.
I would say, from how Praetorian Legion set up Alpha Bravo Charlie, I would expect them to. Do we have the map still up? Huh?
Map still up.
I would expect them to wait somewhere here, and while their lights capping Gamma, Kappa, and Theta, and then they're in a very comfortable position because the first Hussars need to move.
And we're dropping.
And then they are probably moving right into the brawl deck of PL. But with these
If you see some odd builds, let's confirm them, especially like that machine gun Jaeger mech. But people want to hear about that.
Yeah, certainly. Bandit, you were right. It was really a machine gun build. Alright, I need to jump into cockpits. That's insane.
Definitely. If you can get into cockpits, let's hear the builds. But I've already see a Gargoyle and I see an Atlas DDC for the
yeah, I mean,
first Hussars.
PL, look at that. That's a brawl deck.
All right, for Praetorian Legion, we got a Shadowhawk 2K, Firestarter S, an Atlas DDC, a Timberwolf C, Wolverine 7K, Arctic Cheetah Prime, Grasshopper 5H, and another DDC. For the first Hussar Remnant, we've got a DDC, a Cheetah Prime, a Gargoyle, Thunderbolt 5SS, that's a Thunderwub, a Wolfhound 1A, that's right, you heard it right, a Wolfhound, a Thunderbolt 9SC, a Hunchback 4P, and a Centurion A. All right, Paradox, what do you got for builds?
For builds, the Thunderbolt 9 SE is running 2 large pulls, 2
Two large
SM6
pulls?
team is, yes. Then we have the Gargoyle, which is small pulse lasers. Thunderbolt 5SS.
Please tell me
7
medium pulse. Please tell me medium pulse.
It's medium pulse. It's medium pulse. They run a brawl deck as well. The Arctic Cheetah, small pulse, of course.
First Hussar has taken
all small
Sigma and
pulse.
they are setting up on Epsilon. They are in a group as Epsilon. In the meantime, the Praetorian Legion has taken Kappa and Gamma, and they, like I said, they have mechs heading tunnel. Now they're not being aggressive this time. They are setting up on the backside of Charlie 3, expecting a push from Charlie 3.
And the Wolfhound has large laser and medium laser.
So we've got the Firestarter and Arctic Cheetah are currently in the tunnel. Here we go. Now we've got the Praetorian Legion heading up to Charlie 3. In the meantime, the first Hussars are heading to Charlie 4, the bottom of the dropship.
This is going to be a funny NASCAR situation. But PL spotted them. They are getting some shots in. They know where they are.
That Gargoyle has 10 clan small pulse lasers.
The lights are heading for Sigma, grabbing caps again.
And they've left their DDC behind. Let's hope that DDC doesn't get caught out.
PL seems to stay sitting behind the dropship.
Okay, so this is an interesting DDC build. An AC-20, 2 ER large, an AMS, and 2 SRM-6 on the DDC.
What we actually have here is swapping sides. That's basically it. They just swapped sides now.
And on the other side, Night Fox 18 is an AC-20, 2 small pulse, and 3 SRM-6 plus Artemis. And Mordale is an AC-20, 1 medium laser, and 3 SRM-6.
And they mostly run ball builds on both sides. As you should, to be honest.
And the Centurion, on the first Hussars is 2 medium pulse, 1 AMS, and 3 SRM-6 plus Artemis.
Easy stuff. And PL is slowly getting into a position to probably...
And it looks
push
like
on
their
first
Shadow
reserve.
Hawk is possibly moving to capture Theta. Praetorian Legion is sitting off. Oh, there it comes back, and we look at the lights are heading to Theta now.
Yeah.
Praetorian Legion is still
Yeah.
playing the cap game. In the meantime, the first Hussars are running away from the Praetorian Legion. Looks like they're heading back towards the Charlie 3 ridge. I'm not sure what else to call it. I mean, they're not setting up steady in a firing line. Here come it is. The DDCs are going to be up there in the push. Now, the DDCs are walking one in line and behind each other. They're not really tanking. They should be tanking more.
It's a nice little Congo line.
It is,
the
and they're
first one
walking
is-
directly into the firing line.
The first one is moving in, and the second one...
First Hussars
is
needs to
going
focus
up.
that DDC. That DDC is not torso twisting.
He's walking through the
Here
whole
comes the
field
second one.
until he goes down.
Second DDC is walking straight through, and he's not torso twisting.
PL is not really not doing a good job here, to be honest. They're going in one by one. Now they singled out the gargoyle of...
In the meantime, that Wolfhound needs to get into this battle. He's sitting way back there dealing with those UAVs, but he is not in the fight yet.
What kind of surprises me is that not more mechs of PL are down yet. Actually, PL is winning the brawl. Look at that.
They're definitely winning the brawl, even though their Atlases weren't doing a very good job tanking. They must have drawn enough fire for the rest of the mechs to come in and do some heavy damage.
I mean, on a hotter map, I would say the Atlases heated up the enemy team, but onto the city, you can't really say that.
Correct. This is a cold map. This should be the map to bring hot, heavy mechs.
It's 4-4.
Yep, the first Hussar Regiment has brought it back. Their DDC is still up, and the Centurion's up with the Hunchback and Wolfhound.
But the Hunchback 4P is almost down. He's at 30%. Very red. The DDC is still fighting hard.
That DDC still has all his weapons, though he's cored left torso and center torso.
Yeah, and there's this fire starter in his back.
We are at
But
3
it's-
mechs to 2 in favor of the first Hussar Regiment, though the Praetorian Legion is up because they have 3 caps. They are up 450 to about 280 caps at
But
the
it's
moment.
just the lights that are left for Praetorian Legion. And the fire starter doesn't look too good.
In the meantime, none of the mechs for the first Hussars are in great shape either.
The fire starter is caught in the back but has still front armor. And the Atlas, yeah, he has one arm, his left torso is orange, his CT is open. He has just an AC-20 and an ER large laser, whatever.
And one of the lights is capping for the Praetorian Legion, and it looks like the first Hussars are backing off. Praetorian Legion has gone into cap mode, looks like, with the lights. The first Arctic Cheetah is still sitting there hiding. In the meantime, it looks like the fire starter
It's
is
a good call
outrunning.
for them. And if you're looking at the caps, they're going to win it.
Most definitely.
The Hotel
Now the
Arctic
first Hussars
Cheetah
are pushing the Arctic Cheetah.
caught in the back, and they actually might get him.
Down to 53%.
But it might
And
be
there's the
just a
fire
big
starter up in the
distraction.
tunnel taking pot shots at the mechs as they drive by. And the Wolfhound overheated. Arctic Cheetah did not notice to take advantage of it.
The
Arctic Cheetah cored
is
left torso,
caught.
cored center torso.
He should go down.
And the left torso is gone.
But the Wolfhound really needs to be careful not to overheat and kill itself again. I think he did it in the first drop on Canyon already. Yes, as I said, there it is again, overheating.
Now we definitely have a speed advantage to the Praetorian Legion. They are up 663 caps to 350. Those
Yeah,
lights
that
have
should
got to
be-
get out of there, and the Praetorian Legion has the win here.
That should be a clear win for them.
And
The
if
Arctic
this can
Cheetah
keep
is-
up, the Praetorian Legion also gets the bonus for killing all the heavies and assaults.
True. Oh,
If they can kill that DDC, that gives them the bonus.
I just wanted to say the DDC is still up, isn't he? And the Arctic Cheetah really can't even try to go for him because he's cherry red
Correct.
in his CT.
But in the meantime, the first Hussar Remnant will get the bonus for killing all the heavies and assaults for the Praetorian Legion. But if Praetorian Legion can get that single DDC... Yep.
The Firestarter could actually give it a try, but
they're out in the frozen lake and they're hiding.
Time.
Here we go. They've got the caps, they've got the points, and they're going to win.
And why should they bother, to be honest? Another crazy match.
Very rapid match. Alright, well, as soon as the damage comes up, I'll update the scores and get the C-Bill calculations going. Got 6 kills both sides, but the cap win goes to the Praetorian Legion, and the bonus goes to the first Hussar. Stats are up.
And as Luca pointed out, it's a little bit of a moral victory for the first Hussars, if nothing else. They played kind of nicely. They actually could have won this drop. They were kind of close compared to the drops we saw before. So, good job, guys. Good job. Keep the work up. Don't give up.
Quick update in C-Bills. We've got 4 victories to 0 in favor of the Praetorian Legion at 1.2 million C-Bills, and the 1st Hussar Regiment 450,000 C-Bills. Our last map is Caustic Valley Conquest. Let's get the map up and we can discuss it quick.
Oops. Caustic Valley.
Up and go.
Conquest.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah. You know what, Poop? I'm not going to discuss this map because honestly, I have no idea what they are going to do. Not the slightest idea what they might bring.
Nothing? No thoughts at all?
We have seen crazy stuff from them. Do you dare to predict anything?
I'm predicting different builds, and I'm predicting that one of the teams is... I think Praetorian Legion is going to go for cap. They've done it every time so far. They've demonstrated that they're willing to win by cap.
True. They want to win by caps. They want to make sure they have the caps, so even if they lose the fight, they are going to win by caps. And to be honest, it's a good strategy. It worked out very well for them so far, so why should they switch it up? They're certainly going to send their 2 lights capping, and the rest is trying to get into the fight with the first Hussar regiment, making sure that the lights can cap it out. I guess that is what is going to happen, but I have not the slightest idea where on the map this might happen.
So if it makes any difference, Praetorian Legion is still going with a 3-drop set. They've got Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie lances, and the first Hussar has not changed from Alpha and Bravo since the drop started. They're remaining in Alpha and Bravo lances.
And with 2 mechs in Charlie, 4 in Alpha, and 2 in Bravo, I guess they go to Epsi, they take Gamma, and might go together to Theta, while the lights swinging around. And the first Hussar regiment, they set up Alpha Bravo.
At least the hope is they take Sigma. Maybe send a mech to Kappa.
Yeah,
I don't know. It depends.
They are going to walk over Sigma, certainly. Take Sigma here.
Do you think they cross the open water and head to Epsilon and we're dropping?
I'll
leave the map up.
They head straight to Theta and crush them. I mean, it's the last map already, isn't it?
Yep, this is the last map.
Okay, everybody out there, cheer for first Hussars. I mean, PL definitely might be... They might win, and they deserve to win, but the first Hussar regiment, honestly, they're doing such a fucking great job. They've been fighting all season long. They haven't won a single drop. I really want them to win at least 1 drop here. I would really like that. I don't know what about you, but I would really appreciate that.
It's always good to see somebody win. Okay, for the Praetorian Legion, we've got a Grasshopper 5H, a Banshee 3M, Stalker 4N, Timberwolf S, an Executioner D, Arctic Cheetah C, a second Banshee 3M, and a Firestarter H. Now for the first Hussars, we got a Banshee 3M, a Timberwolf C, a DDC, a King Crab, an Arctic Cheetah, a DDC, a Huggin, and a Firebrand.
Looks like Okay.
Once again, an AC-20, 2 ER large AMS, and 2 SRM-6.
LB-20X in the Timberwolf. Alright. Large pulse, medium pulse in the Banshee 3M.
4 UAC-5s in the King Crab.
Large AC-20 SM6 in the Atlas DDC. Arctic Cheetah small pulse, of course. They bring a Huggin. The Huggin
Firebrand is an AC-20, 2 medium lasers, and an AMS.
Alright. And here, listen, Huggin, 2 SM4, 4 machine guns. With 4,000 shots of ammo, of course.
So we've got Gamma, Epsilon, and Theta in the process of being capped by the Praetorian Legion. We have got Sigma and Kappa by the 1st Hussars. And the Praetorian Legion has taken Theta, and they have their mech has jumped off it as quickly as possible. In the meantime, that AC-20 Firebrand looks like it's trying to get some Overwatch. Not quite sure that's a good spot to shoot from there. There's no real angles to shoot Theta from there, but the Firebrand is definitely up there.
Prime's Arctic Cheetah is gonna be hot. 4 small pulse and 2 ER small lasers. I don't know what this is, this combination. Well.
And the 1st Hussars are pushing Theta.
There's a flamer on the fire starter.
And the Praetorian Legion is in no position to watch this. Or stop it. They're heading to Sigma. Okay, that's Stalker 4 and his 4 large laser, 2 SRM4s. Interesting build, interesting.
Oh, they are trading. There's not really a lot of damage on any side yet.
Those Banshees are 4 large pulse, 2 smalls on the on the Praetorian side.
King Crab is shooting his Ultra AC5s like crazy, but I don't think he's hitting much.
I didn't see much damage go through.
No, not at all.
It looks like all that basically did was a cap trade.
Yeah, looks like. And
in the meantime, the Praetorian Legion has sent 2 mechs over to Kappa, so the Praetorian Legion is definitely doing a dedicated cap run again, just like the last 2 matches. They're going to let their bigger mechs try to stave off the 1st Hussars while 2 mechs are out doing dedicated cap runs. We've definitely seen that to their benefit the last 2 matches.
We have.
We got that Executioner D and Stalker 4N are kind of being left behind for the Praetorian Legion. Let's see if they turn around and defend them. 1st Hussar Regiment has a great chance to attack if they just take it. They've got to move quicker and get in there and get those mechs that are left sitting behind.
PL is just backing up and shooting at the 1st Hussars.
That Arctic Cheetah Prime is moving on the Executioner, and he's going around the large way of the building. I'm sorry, the mountain.
If you look at the damage numbers, I mean, the Executioner is a bit hurt, but 1st Hussars have
and
lost
Pandobox
the
in Timberwolf C is down.
The DDC is pretty hurt already, down to 59%, 57%. I'm going to jump into him.
And we got a Huggins versus an Executioner.
Yeah, both. On Oscar Cricket, he's open everywhere. He's caught, just lost his right torso, and there he goes down. That's not a big surprise.
But it looks like these 2 lights, the Huggin and the Arctic Cheetah for the 1st Hussar, yes, they're pushing hard, but they've got no support. The rest of their mechs aren't there with them. They're too far back. In fact, one mech's not even able to fight. It's out capping Sigma. And the Arctic Cheetah goes down. There goes the Banshee 3M. 1st Hussar Regiment has a Huggin, a Firebrand, and a DDC are the only mechs left.
So far, it's a 5-0 for PL, and they have the cap advantage as well.
They definitely have the cap advantage, and I think they know it. Their mechs have come off the cap game, and it looks like they've come back to try to take these mechs.
Yeah, they are heading for them right now. Mordale in his Banshee is using...
And the Firebrand goes down.
And the Hagen as well. So just
DDC
one
is the last
left.
mech standing.
Yeah, and he doesn't look good anymore.
Nope, he's now cored in both torsos and the center torso and focus fired.
Everywhere
He
they
overheated.
overheated,
He's down.
and he goes down. That's it.
That's
GG.
8-0 victory and bonus to the Praetorian Legion.
Still, hats off first to the regiment. You played all season. We really, really respect you for doing that. No matter how hard you got crushed, you kept playing. I hope we see you again next season. Would be great to see more of you. And if anybody of our spectators out there with a bit more of comp experience would like to help them out, I'm sure they would appreciate that. Lukai already wrote in the chat, they just need some direction coaching. They have the heart, just need to learn. Good point, Lukai.
Okay, let me give him a real quick
out.
overview. We are at 5 drops to 0 in favor of the Praetorian Legion. They're at 1,550,000 C-bills to 450,000 C-bills in the 1st Hussar Regiment. So yeah, it's kind of rough drops all around, but the teams kept up. They kept with it. They kept fighting. And for a team like the 1st Hussar Regiment, that's a pretty good C-bill for those drops to have earned. They did get some nice kills. They showed some moments of brilliance. Just a couple things here and there that just got to work on, and they could have changed those drops around pretty quickly.
And as a couple of our spectators pointed out, they have the heart. All they need is some practice and learn the tactics, some focus fire, stuff like that. Maybe we'll find somebody in the community who might approach them and help them out for next season. I would really like to see them improving because, as we said, they have the heart and they just need to keep working on it. Awesome.
And let's go take a look at MRBC rankings. This is North American Div E2. So with this wind right now, it looks like the Praetorian Legion could jump over SWOL in terms of 4th place. SWOL has 5 matches. This will be the 6th match for the Praetorian Legion. Now they don't have enough C-bills to overtake the Brethren, but depending on what the SWOL does with their next match, Praetorian Legion could be either 4th or 5th in Division E2. 1st Hussar Regiment with their score.
Need to play Legion of Phobos, don't they?
I believe they do, yes. And Legion of Phobos still has 2 more matches to go.
I think they just didn't report everything. It's 8/16, that's 24 matches. There's 1 missing, probably.
And that's kind of a reminder to everybody. If you haven't reported your matches, report them. Report them.
Now.
Get your matches in.
We want to know how you did.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for probably about the quickest drop we've ever done. This was a very last-minute cast. We knew we were doing this about 15 minutes before, and then the match started 5 minutes earlier than any other match, and we averaged less than 5 minutes between drops. So if you're out there and you're on a team that takes more than 5 minutes per drop, watch these teams. These teams did it right. They dropped really quickly. Get over it. Get your mechs ready ahead of time.
I'm still stunned.
Never seen drops this quickly. All right, guys, I want to thank you. This is Poopinchari. I'm here with Paradox. We hate to cut out and run real quick, but no, this was a fast match, fast all around overall. Any last words, Paradox, before we cut out?
I have never seen something like that before. No last words from me. I'm dazzled. It was fun. See you soon, guys.
All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for the last minute drop. Well, hopefully we'll get some more this week. Bye.